Last time on Roll for Distraction.
Zid escaped into the woods and sent a message on his sending stones to their ally in Candlekeep, Thoradin, who is going to respond as follows.
Zidris, remain hidden. Assistance will arrive within 16 hours. Please keep yourself safe and alive until then. You and your party will not be abandoned.
You are standing in what to you appears to be a 10 by 10 cage. The room you're in, beyond that cage, looks very big.
Oh, the cage expanded with him? What?
No, the cage didn't expand.
He's tiny.
Da 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 da.
My character's name is now Morcure Winkelbottom Jr.
So we have Vanya Dekan.
This is Dragadorn.
So this is Delta.
No.
Yes!
Oh, Vanya,
Is
it's
it
been
gay?
too long. Let's go. As he goes to
door's
pick the
trapped.
lock, an arcane glyph explodes. We are going to be in initiative order now.
Bang.
Back of the shoulder.
Cool.
Okay,
He is.
And the
Ew.
other, Delta is then going to kneel down, and a ball of energy, Terminator style, he's just going to disappear.
Oh shit.
Good, that's one less character I have to have on screen.
3, 2, 1.
Huzzah. Gamers.
Oh, Alex,
That
your
was
video was
super
way
fast.
delayed
think,
on that.
I
You were
think
5
both
seconds
my
after
phone
us.
and my computer are delayed, but it's fine. I'll figure it out. Anyway.
Mine were more
Hey,
frozen ads.
it's episode 6?
Six.
5. 5? 6.
Six?
6.
4.
It's
Seven?
6.
8?
4.
John, what happened?
Last time, the cavalry arrived.
Dun dun dun
And
dun.
the party
God.
that
To
was
do it again.
captured.
We all had our own Avengers moment,
You did.
and no one
you
knows
did.
what's happening.
Everyone except Zid, who was kind of just like, I survived and escaped, like a smart person.
You're welcome.
To the rescue of Umak, Crassus, Cyrilla, and Clark Germanicus came Morkior, Vanya, her good friend
Hey.
Gek, Delta, and Drage. This time the combat went much better, as
We all have guns.
most of the people involved had some type of firearm or laser weapon.
And over 100 hit
Um,
points.
Yeah.
The party proceeded to advance on the temple and the Wahag's tower and killed everything. But before they could fully make their escape, Delta sent through his summoned construct with a bag of grenades and obliterated one of the hags and critically wounded the other. With the Cambion captured, the party was successfully rescued. Sorry everyone, if you can hear a dog barking in the background, it's because I am here by myself and there's no one consoling the dog for having to sit on the couch and relax.
You can play at home. Count how many times the dog barks.
Don't make Alex do that work of having a dog counter.
I'm not doing that.
No, that's why I'm asking That's why the audience is doing it for us.
Crowdsource that information.
With the party successfully rescued and Cyrilla's mind control broken, we will pick up with the beginning of the interrogation of the Cambion.
Yes, he's still in the bubble. He will be in the bubble for a little bit longer, but we need to restrain him more permanently.
9 people tackle him at once.
Okay, because it
As
doesn't last an hour and it only lasts a minute, we're going to do initiative. Morkior, you're up first.
All right.
Another sphere.
Are we all surrounding this creature?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try conking him on the head with my staff.
I've just realized what I've said. Now that he's out of his magic prison ball, time to beat him with sticks.
Yes.
8 bonk damage.
Bunk.
Zid, you're up. Cyrilla on deck.
I
Alright,
have the turret. The turret still goes, I think.
Okay.
If you want, do you want to shoot him? That'll kill him.
It's force damage. Why not?
Actually, I don't want to do that.
I'm gonna go with Tasha's hideous laughter. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
3.
Fantastic. So He falls prone and becomes incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. So we can tie him up.
Okay.
He's just laughing. I have him hypnotized to laugh.
There's no save.
At the end of
after
each
that.
of his turns, but I think a full
Okay.
round of everyone tying him up with rope will suffice. Yeah, Gek will go for his hands first, try to get his hands behind his back.
I will bind his legs so that he may not flee on his feet.
What else do we need to bind him with? Because I've got a bunch of rope as well.
I mean, he's got ankles tied and he's got hands behind his back.
Should we tie the hands to the ankles?
Tie his tail.
Fully hog tie?
Yeah, might as well.
That's an option.
So they are on their belly, hands behind the back, and feet like to the hands.
And laughing the entire time.
And laughing hysterically.
Hideously.
Drage, you're up.
Somebody's enjoying this a little too much.
What else needs to be tied up on him?
You could do the mouth if you wanted to. You could do, the ah.
I'm gonna gag him
Okay.
with my acid breath. No, I'm just kidding.
Just
You used that already. You used that already. It is the Cambrian's turn. It's going to try and roll to save against Tasha's. I think it does. So it stops laughing.
And that's the end of its turn, though.
That is the end of its turn. Umak, you're up.
I'm gonna gag his eyeballs.
No.
You're going to blindfold him.
Oh my
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Blindfold him.
He wants to
Yeah,
use
I
the
don't
50
mind.
feet
That's not the worst idea. Most magical effects require you to see your target. If he's blinded,
Your girl doesn't want to get charmed again, so thank you, Umak.
This man is blinded.
Blinded or blindfolded?
Blindfolded.
Okay. Like, did you wrap his eyes in fabric or did you gouge his eyes out? I don't
No, I picked up a stick and dipped it in the acid breath on the ground
God.
from Dragadorn, and then I stuck it on his
You
eyes.
strip them
Jesus
of their.
Christ.
You
You're
strip
gonna
them of
turn
their
him into
weapons.
Daredevil.
Alright, so why don't we roll him onto his side so he's not on his stomach the whole time, and then remove the gag so we can talk to him, but not the blindfold.
You fuckers are thorough.
Well,
That's the idea.
better safe than sorry. So, we just have a few questions. And if you answer them well, and if we get everything we want out of this, then we could be persuaded to let you go. Sound fair?
That would depend on the questions.
Well, mainly we want to undo the work done here. Save the people, the one person we came here after, and anyone else ensnared in whatever trap it is you and the hags had operating. And then, if this ever was a legitimate temple, perhaps remove whatever taint you've put on it.
Why should I comply? You've already got me captured. Why do I think you'd let me go?
Crassus is gonna step up to him with the blunderbuss and be like, otherwise we'll have to be very persuasive.
Who said that? I can't see anything.
That would be the fellow you kept trapped in a cage for.
He'll just put the tip of the blunderbuss right under his chin.
Who has this pipe? The fuck is this?
That's a firearm.
Oh. Now I guess that makes more sense. So your offer is, if I comply, you'll let me go.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, or yes?
Yes.
No, that's pretty much it, actually, yeah.
Deal.
Alright.
At least
So,
listen.
we came here in search of...
Zid, you have just made a deal with a fiend.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's no contract, so...
Verbal contract.
We gotta
No,
do what
that's
we
not
gotta
how they
do.
work, actually. Also, not a devil.
Oh.
Not actually a devil. Just a
Yeah,
fiend.
Just a fiend. Just
You
a
can
fiend.
shake hands with ordinary fiends, doesn't fucking matter.
Huh.
Only actual devils are bound by devil rules. First question. The dwarf that was changed into a rat, that was actually our friend here who could shapeshift. The real one of him, well, we'd like to find him.
He's in one of the rooms.
Like in the main building?
Yep, in the main building. Where you kept him prisoner.
Alright.
Is he alive?
What has become of him other than being captured?
Cursed paintings. No shit, you didn't know about that.
No.
No.
Could you perhaps elaborate on those?
The hags, each of them had a different aspect of not trapping a soul in a painting, but using a painting to make someone better for a time. but they made them cursed so that it would be worse later and they'd be bound to them.
Interesting. Is there a particular way to reverse the curse?
Destroy the paintings.
On it.
Well, one thing at a time. Destroying magical items is sometimes difficult. Are these protected or warded in any way?
Did you notice any paintings in the hallways? Those are the paintings.
That doesn't quite answer my question.
They're magic items. They're harder to break, but they can still be destroyed.
And then another question. We were led here by a book written by someone called Silvira. Are they around?
Technically.
Go on.
Can I sit down?
No.
We can, without unhog-tying him completely, at least prop him up.
Ow, fuck, ow. I guess this is better. I guess. They are a Medusa in the temple.
The Medusa is part of the curse, or she was always a Medusa?
It's part of the curse.
Okay. Anything else in terms of traps or wards that we should be aware of inside?
Really, no. They didn't fuck with the building all that much. They just kind of killed all the attendants, turned Silvira into a Medusa, and locked her in that temple.
Hey, John.
Yes?
While this conversation's been going on, Crassus went inside, shut the doors, and returned to his normal self.
Okay.
And then I'll start collecting paintings.
All right.
Just piling
there
them up.
are a few to collect, because it's like the hallways are not lined with them, but most hallways have a few in them.
I could also just destroy all these paintings as I go. Just shotgun blasts resonating from inside.
Do you want to try and destroy the painting? Like, you can find the one of Silvira. You know what she looks like from the book.
Sure, let's shoot her painting.
Okay, you find Silvira's painting.
My weapon's magical.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
That's a 10.
You miss.
How the fuck do I miss a painting?
I don't know.
What's the... I gotta know. Add a character.
It's not
what
an
is the
AC.
I know
It's a
like
DC.
magical items have ACs.
It's supposed to be an athletics check.
Oh.
So I'm just like, if you want to use your magic weapon to destroy it, I'm treating its DC like an AC.
Can I just use Dispel Magic? Can we go past that?
Well, you can't, because Crassus is still inside fucking around with this by himself for some reason.
True. Why doesn't Crassus just bring them out? Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Addendum. They are
What?
totally immune to
Addendum.
damage, unless dispelled.
So they can't be damaged by a shotgun,
But you
they
can
can
break
be
it over
damaged...
your knee. Yeah,
That's
that's
fucking
why I think it's
stupid.
stupid.
Is that specifically spelled out in the book?
I'm going to read this passage. You
Please.
can cut this if you want. Any creature that studies all three parts of the procedure for creating a cursed painting knows the painting is impervious to damage unless its magic can be momentarily disrupted. A creature can use an action to destroy the painting, doing so with a successful DC 18 athletics check.
So it's immune
So you can-
to
It's immune
damage,
to all damage, except you can break it on your knee.
but not
if
to
you're
the
strong.
knee of a kind of strong guy. I'm sorry, Wizards of the Coast. I'm talking
What
to
the
you,
fuck?
Wizards of the Coast. Directly to you. That's fucking dumb.
That's why I said it the way I did. It's like, it's 18 to hit and start doing damage to it. That's what I'm doing. He didn't roll an 18, it didn't do damage. Is that not reasonable? Given me what they've given me to fucking work with here?
I mean,
It's
they've
immune
already
to a
been
goddamn
unreasonable.
nuke!
I'll accept this.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
we'll
took
move on
3
from it.
shrapnel
But
damage.
also, like, it's not your fault, John. You're not being a bad DM.
This is absurd!
The book's being stupid. All right, so let's come back to the paintings in a minute.
Yeah.
And first, before we,
Out.
let's either kill or dismiss this Cambion, whatever we're gonna do with him. I say, does anyone have any other questions for the Cambion? Because I
and
think
the
I've
second
learned
you
what I
say
need to
that,
know.
you hear a shotgun blast.
Crassus isn't here. He's inside getting paintings.
Yeah, you hear a shotgun blast.
Oh, because he's
Yes.
shooting paintings.
Yes.
He's getting a bit ahead of himself. I see.
Do we want to check on that?
No, he'll be fine. Listen, I worked hard enough to save him one time.
You take 13 psychic damage for your failed attempt at destroying the painting.
What the fuck?
Any failed attempt results in 4d6 psychic damage. Wild.
Yeah, now
Who did
I'm
this?
calling shenanigans.
Who made this?
Can we get past the whole painting thing now?
Yeah, again, does anyone have any questions for the Cambion, or can we,
What color is my underwear?
Can we focus? I'm dealing with enough distractions. Can all of you at least try and focus?
Do you know who you're asking, John?
Brian, you've been doing wonderfully. Please maintain that. You've been doing great. You're the least You're literally the least distracted person today.
I think we're done with the questions, right?
Wait, I have a question. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Samesies! And he stabs him 42 times in the chest.
You tighten the rope that's around his eyes until his skull starts cracking.
Oh god, it's like Friday the 13th.
What mouth?
Like fucking
No.
Oberyn from Game of Thrones.
Oh, head squish.
So yeah, are we gonna let him go or are we gonna kill
Let
him?
him go.
Because Zidrus doesn't actually care. Okay.
Let him go.
Get Cox the gun. You know where I stand.
Huh, fine, I guess we gave our word. Untie him.
Yeah,
Exactly,
we'll undo the
give her
knots and be
word.
like, well, off you go.
Peace out. Does the 2 hits with the fist on the chest, peace sign, and then he's just gone. Back to Philadelphia.
What? Just shit on a random city.
It's not random.
So fiends are from Philadelphia?
I guess so. I think they're from Hades, but anyway.
Hades nuts.
There it is.
Got him!
Oh boy.
Got him. You got me.
Hey, what's like a synonym for being like really sad to the point of it being disabling, like disabilitating?
That's
Depression?
depression.
No.
Yeah.
Like just not depression. That's like a thing for it, but like another word. It's
Morose?
no, not quite.
Anguished.
That's closer.
Sullen?
These are all very good.
Sad.
Forlorn.
Forlorn is good. I
Why,
like
why are we
forlorn.
turning into
Wow,
a
we're using a lot of
thesaurus?
big words.
Are you trying to make a D's nuts joke and we're not finding the right word?
Yes.
What was the
Despair.
word?
Disparity's nuts.
That would have been a good one if we
Somebody
weren't-
watched
that's it.
Game
You
Grumps
weren't
this weekend.
stupid. You weren't stupid. You used much bigger, better words. I need to try that on someone who's not as good at that. All right, he's gone. He left.
After getting hit by his own shotgun blast and then taking fucking psychic damage, Crassus is just gonna walk out of the temple with the dragging the painting behind him and just chuck it, be like, you figure out what to do with this bullshit.
May I Arcana check the bullshit?
It will take 1 hour of studying the painting.
Can I dispel magic the bullshit?
You can try that.
23.
It worked. Yeah,
Good
I'll
enough.
say that worked.
This was the painting of Sylvira, right?
Correct.
Then, why don't we go over and open the door to that little temple where she supposedly is? Hello?
You see a woman who is...
Vera? Like, I'm
shocked.
asking her.
Yes, it is... yes, I am Sylvira.
Do you remember how you got down here?
Yes, those hags, they imprisoned me. They turned me into a Medusa, and
Well, they're gone now. You can come back out if you want.
Well, technically one of them's still here, but in several pieces.
Yeah.
But over here and over there and also over there.
my temple is...
It may need some cleaning.
Please, let's go outside. I haven't been
Yeah, why
outside
don't you come on up?
Come on
I
out.
haven't been outside in a decade.
A decade?
And as you now look around the room, there are hundreds of little scratch marks denoting the passage of days. So I'm sorry, thousands.
So thousands.
Thousands. I said
That would be thousands, yeah.
Yeah. Who broke these windows?
Hey, she's in the back. She can't see that right now.
Umaka whistles and looks up and away.
The broken window's in the front. No.
I believe the witches did.
Yeah, blame them. Yeah, the hags did that. We don't know.
You walk in, the kobold is still sitting at their table there, just like,
Oh my god.
that was a lot of noise.
Yeah, thanks for helping.
Well, I kind of work for them, so I helped by not helping. You're welcome.
Where's Valthrax?
He's in one of the rooms, I don't know which.
Wait, you didn't say that right. I think you meant to say, where is Valthrax?
There you go, Brian. Now you get the funny effect.
Haha.
Here, and he tosses you a key ring. Here's the keys. You can unlock all the doors.
Door.
That door. Hey, look, it's Valthrax.
Hey!
But way older.
Whoa!
It looks like he's aged significantly. Everything hurts. My bones. Who are you?
My name
Who
is
am I?
Zidrus. Are you Valthrax?
I'm what's left of Falthrax, yes.
Loris sent
All
us.
right,
Shut the
we're
name
gonna
off.
get you fixed up. Why don't you follow me?
It's gonna take a minute.
Okay, we got time. Umak, smash the thing.
24.
Great. You break it. And Falthrax changes back into his younger form.
Hello, friend.
What happened? What the
His back is still broken.
Ow, that really fucking hurts. I do think my hip is still broken. He's still old. He was not a young dwarf. He was just aged into a very, very old one.
Poor buddy.
The kobold is like, do me next. Hold on. And he comes back with a painting.
I go, I thought you worked for them.
Oh, I'm one of the people that got cursed, and I'm just stuck here now. So, can you fix this?
Oh.
The
Umak!
painting they hand you is
Got it.
a male tiefling.
Oh.
I was gonna say the kobold's not actually a
definitely
kobold.
not.
I want it to be like 4 inches taller.
And now
And,
he's small.
you see,
They made
once
you
I-
many inches shorter.
no, they did make me a few inches taller, and I
Oh.
said, I don't actually like this, and renounced the painting, and then I turned into a kobold.
Oh.
I rolled a 21.
Great. And that kobold turns into a tiefling. Oh, that's... God, my neck. And the tiefling form, they are very ornately clothed and wearing quite a bit of jewelry. My name...
Is the Inigo Montoya.
I still go by the nickname Glitter.
You killed my father.
Not the
work-
weirdest name as a tiefling, honestly.
I work for
Prepare to
the
die.
Waterdeep Jewelers Guild,
Huh.
as well as, and he leans in close, I'm an informant of one of the masked lords of the city. So yeah, I'm a good person to be on the good side of, and you weren't shitty to me while I was a kobold, which was nice, and you took care of my painting next after your query, and...
Nope. Wrong. I already had this discussion. Proved it. Facts. Can I say to Falthrax, hey, when the book teleported you here, did it tell you how to get home?
No, it did not.
Go south.
Hmm.
Damn.
Can we search the hags' belongings in their tower?
Alright, you have 2 short swords that are inscribed with infernal glyphs worth 50 gold pieces each. Someone write this stuff down.
Alright, hang on.
You have a spell scroll of clairvoyance. By each bed for the hags, there is a chest filled with what looks to be personal belongings, be they clothing, weapons, personal stuff, trinkets, letters, tools, of a lot of the people that were affected by this. And it's rather macabre. That there's just these chests filled with other people's personal stuff.
It's like trophies that serial killers take.
It's loot. It's...
There is a locked chest.
I was gonna call for Drage, but I'm also a discount rogue, so let me try first. That's a 16.
Inside the chest appear to be materials for making the paintings.
Can I, while we're walking around in here, pop a detect magic?
I will say that you sort of go through the whole area, all the buildings, just kind of doing a quick run through with your detect magic.
Yeah.
And you do get one in the basement of the shrine,
Ooh.
coming from the
What do we got
pool.
here? Okay, some magic water.
Not the water, something in the water.
What's it shaped like?
Looks to be a mirror of some kind.
Interesting.
Like a hand mirror, small mirror, not a...
Okay. Then I'll reach in and pull that out. Alex, you have Identify, right?
Yes, I do.
Then Zidrus will pass the mirror to you and say, what's this do?
Okay, it is a +1 Wand of the War Mage.
Ooh.
Dope.
While surrounded by darkness, it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius, and a creature that is attuned to it can, as a bonus action, while holding the mirror, cast the Enhance Abilities spell on itself once per day.
I would like it, but I do have a lot of magic items
I was
already.
gonna say, I kind of want it if you don't.
Yeah, you can have that one.
And when you walk out, Sylvira says, "My hand mirror. That was mine before all this happened. I offer it to you for helping save me.
Are you sure you don't want it?
I think I need to put all of this behind me." having gone through the temple, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay here.
Would you like to come with us?
Where are you headed?
Candlekeep.
I could go to Candlekeep.
Admittedly, we don't have a terribly easy way of getting there, but
Are there more people in those rooms, or
We should probably look. I need to get my cat, so.
there are? You went to the first door, opened it, saw Falthrax, and just stopped.
mission accomplished. Who else we got?
I'm gonna say that you get everyone out. There was that married couple, 2 wives,
Yeah.
who were one of them was a
Who were
rich
bickering,
merchant, and
yeah.
the other one's there. Your elf friend,
Right.
Hey.
the other dwarf, Citadel, Abdar.
That was the place where he was from.
Yep, definitely his name.
That's his name. And a gold dragonborn, Gorba Derdenrian.
Gorba.
The dragonborn is very, very thin and sickly looking. But one of the
Ooh,
paintings.
do we have a painting for you?
One of the paintings does. Yes, you have a painting for me.
Umak?
Painting. I smash.
Great. And she returns to strength. She gets like a foot taller and probably gains 100 pounds.
She must have been very thin.
They describe them as a withered husk. So,
Ooh, poor thing.
Same.
You just say same.
not yet, but
Anybody else get a
glad I
painting
didn't.
made? Yeah.
Good call, my friend.
Maybe just be patient with the hair.
There's so fucking many people that need to leave.
Yeah, we're gonna have to guide like a whole fucking caravan through
Yeah.
the goddamn Shadowfell, aren't we? I mean, at least we still have some backup, but
You're gonna be
Yeah, the elf is like, I am a warrior, and the gold dragonborn is like, same. The dwarves both like, the one dwarf is like, yeah, me too.
gonna be like
Very
leading
good.
a Donner party.
You have more warriors than not, really.
yeah, actually, we've only have a few untrained.
There's the jeweler, the 2 wives, and
Falthrax.
Falthrax,
Falthrax.
who is still a caster. They're not a warrior, but
That's
they can
true.
still
He's
do some
like an acolyte or
spells.
whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I guess Idris will explain to everyone, well, good news and bad news. Good news. We'll probably be able to return to Candlekeep in only a day's journey,
Woo!
which is crazy given how far away from it we are. Bad news. The only way I could do that is by walking us through the Shadowfell.
Boo.
So, everyone get some rest, gather your things, and we'll set out sometime in the morning.
The gold dragonborn says, I think my time as a warrior is past, and I will stay at this temple. Someone needs to maintain it.
Fair.
I can't make you come.
So Sylvira is like,
That's what she said.
I'm glad someone will take up this mantle before I can.
Alright, well now I need to locate a graveyard.
There are still bodies outside. Is that deemed a graveyard now?
If you bury them.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, would there be anyone we would bother burying properly? Like, we didn't respect anyone who died.
Yeah,
the
no, but
last
we need to
day.
get home, so.
Here's the thing. Only one thing there is actually a problem. Like the hag is the only one you can
Buriable,
bury.
yeah.
The others are constructs.
Yeah, the scarecrows weren't really like living things.
Same for the... Well, are gargoyles living, or are they a construct too?
They're elementals.
Elementals. So yeah, the gargoyles, they eventually crumble, and the hellhound also just kind of faded away.
The hellhound, yeah, the gargoyles and the hellhound, technically you can't kill here. They just go back to their home planes when they die.
Yeah. So he was like, alright, well, I'm gonna start digging, because someone's going in a fucking hole.
Yep, let's just dig right here.
Oh.
That's a long trip.
Alright, can I create a shadow crossing by burying the hag?
Yeah.
Do it.
Dope. And then,
We're
yeah.
making a
You learned a
graveyard,
new
get it?
Skill unlocked! Making a door.
Yeah.
All it takes is a homicide.
I can make a door anywhere. All I need to do is kill someone, and also, the doors only go to the worst place.
Alright, a grave has been... You kind of walk away from, like, the area of it into the forest and just start digging a hole to throw the
Yeah.
remains of the hag in.
I'll explain to the Gold Dragonborn, whose name I already forgot, sorry, but,
Gorba.
Gorba, I'll explain to her. So, this grave will, becomes sort of a halfway point between our plane and the plane of shadow. After we're through it, maybe give us a couple of days just in case, but after we're through it, you should tear it up and cover it up and destroy the hag, because it's you don't want one of these in your backyard.
You realize how wild of a statement that is, right?
Yes,
That's...
but it would be rude of me not to tell you that I'm creating a
No.
interdimensional
I'm
hole
grateful
in your
for
backyard.
it. It's just weird to hear someone say that out loud. Can anyone do that?
No. The destroying, yes. The making, no. It's at this point that looking at me, she realizes that I'm not a dark elf.
Like-
Because my eyes are kind of weird. And then I stand on top of the grave, I put my hand out, and I go, alright, make a chain.
It's like a freaking port key.
All right, and then this is
Yeah, and then-
1,
Lock it in.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people.
We better not have to roll initiative
So
down there.
yeah, so we form like a fucking conga line, and then we just into the grave.
And the Dragonborn stands watching.
And then, meanwhile, in the bad place, Just-
Hey! Hey!
we just appear.
Hey, if you chose an Eladrin, this would have been done through the Feywild. It would have been way less shitty.
Damn it!
You know, maybe not.
That's fair.
It would have been more colorful.
It would have at least looked nice when you were getting tortured to death by the Fey. It is still going to probably be a day's travel in here, because it is very far.
Yeah, it's much farther than we've ever tried this.
Alright, where is he?
There's our card man.
Where is he, John?
Hey!
Okay, Beetlejuice!
No, you heard that boom from the sky. Hey there! I don't remember what this guy sounds like. It's been
We're gonna go with
3
this.
months.
You should describe who this is.
This is a character that I made up so that there's some fun interactions in here.
I don't think he ever actually
No.
told us his name in
Did I
character.
not? They are a lich with green skin, tight on bone and sinew, not much muscle, not much meat. But not like rotted, it's just like very, very dried out and mummified.
Oh.
Wearing a lot of gold and turquoise and obsidian. Very, like, Mesoamerican kind of... Mesoamerican king, kind of. Aztec.
Doesn't sound like it at all, though.
What? Gold and obsidian?
Do you- No, I mean the way he talks.
Oh, God, no. So, there is a lot more of you here now.
Uh-huh.
So there are.
What a play game.
Everyone else here that's not ready for this is like, what the fuck is that?
I'll put a hand up just to like tell everyone to like settle.
Gek is like,
Easy.
Vanya, chill.
are you ready for another game?
Very well.
They pull out cards or dice.
Dice.
Statistically, dice are more consistent, so let's go with dice.
Okay. And in your hands, anyone willing to participate, hold out your hand, and in it you will find 3 6-sided dice. What would you like to bet? Money, time, or services?
I feel like
Money.
money.
Money, services, or items, rather.
Still money.
Money.
Not time.
No. Because I don't know what he means by that.
You can ask.
I don't
What
want
do
to
you
know.
mean by What do you mean by time?
Time would mean if you win, I will perform tasks for you for a time. And if I win, you will perform them for me.
Let's just go gold. Good old-fashioned gold.
Anyway, what are we all going gold, or is anyone actually betting something else?
I'm not in
I'm
on
betting
this.
my 50 feet
I
of
don't
rope.
trust this dude.
I kind of want to bet the deck.
Rock,
do
you're
it,
betting,
coward.
You're
You
betting
know,
the rope.
fuck it. I'm gonna bet the deck, John.
Okay. Gold first. We're going to start with Zidras.
Sure, figure I was standing in front to lead people anyway.
So please
So do I just roll 3d6?
roll your 3d6.
You know, not bad.
What is your total?
13.
Do you have any same numbers?
I do not.
Okay. I got 10. You win. 20 gold.
Yay.
Here you are.
All right.
Cyrilla, what is your bet?
I said I wasn't playing.
Oh, you...
How unfortunate.
Okay. Clark Dramaticus, and the man, he cranes his head around in a very unnatural way.
Well, I got 70 gold and 5 platinum, so that's 120.
Oh my god.
We're going all
my
in,
God.
baby.
Roll your dice.
Roll the
Gerard and
dice.
gambling in D&D.
1, 2, 3. Nah. That's terrible.
What?
Terrible numbers. Can I re-roll?
No.
You got inspiration?
I got 9. I got 9.
I got a 10.
Oh no!
Nah! That's show business.
Crassus. Please roll your dice.
12.
10. Oh boy. You will have your item when you wake up tomorrow morning. And Umak. Umak, big spender. 50 feet of rope.
Brian?
11.
You win. You have
Huzzah!
one rowboat.
Nice.
And there is a
I'll
rowboat
take
next
it.
to you.
Wow, how are we going to carry that?
You know, I'll get on one side and somebody else gets on the other side, and we'll just,
Use your 50 feet
Also-
of rope that you
There you go.
bet
Also,
and tie it to the rowboat.
It's a special rowboat. Only works on land. It will sink if you put it in water.
Okay, use...
We're on land. That's convenient.
Yeah, so we can...
So it actually rows. I can get in a row and it'll work.
It is a
on
rowboat that
Wow.
works in dirt.
I will take it.
Okay, so we can get us all home
This is my
faster.
new favorite magic item.
the land boat.
Umak, I'm going to be honest with you. It was incredibly bold of you to think I would actually want you to bet rope, but it was so wild. I loved it, and you got a nice reward because you won. If you lost, I'd have probably
Thank you.
taken one of your hands.
Oh, shit, dear.
Can we make Gek gamble?
Oh,
Yeah,
Gek is
we
absolutely
would.
going to gamble, but
Yeah.
I'm going to roll both.
Okay, what is Gek betting? Gek has a couple of guns. He's also got rope. He has a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Why? I don't remember that.
I don't know, but that's what he has.
I bet a 10% stake in my company.
Oh my god.
Well, big
Cue the Shark Tank
spender!
music.
Controlling member.
What'd you get there, Greenie? 12. Fuck, I got 11. Alright. 1,000 platinum here.
Damn.
Wow. So now the Lich is a stakeholder in the arms company.
No, Gek won.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
good.
okay.
Gek got 1,000.
Yeah,
Gek
so
got
he gave him.
1,000
They
platinum.
have the same voice. I can't
Yeah,
tell.
look.
Wait, hold on.
Gek's voice is certainly
So
a little more
10
gravelly. And the other one is,
A
I
10%
don't-
stake in Big Iron Arms Company.
Oh, so if
is
you're gonna do the
worth
valuation?
1,000 platinum.
Then
So
the whole
wait,
thing
wait.
is worth 10,000 platinum, which would be 100,000 gold.
that's a lot.
That's a
It's
lot of gold.
But for a whole company,
Yeah.
Clark Domanicus is not satisfied with his outcome. Seeing how everyone won.
Would
besides
you like
him.
to go double or nothing?
He's gonna bet his cloak of billowing.
he likes his cloak.
You would like to bet your cloak against your previous bet. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Like 11.
12. Thanks for the cloak.
Fucking
Wasn't that the same as last time?
God. The Great Lathander is punishing me for my vices.
All right, and then we walk away. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
We're already gone. He's just standing there in the Shadowfell. Anyone else? Oh.
Oh, shit.
And then you just hear the grinding of a boat on stone 100 feet away.
He, instead of flying up this time, just sinks into the ground.
Ow.
And you do need to stop for the night because you are
Great.
maybe 3/4 of the way there. But you could risk traveling at night in the Shadowfell.
Mm-mm.
Technically,
Is there
that
night
doesn't
in the
exist. It's just one time of day. It's just the same all the time. There isn't even stars in the sky. It's just black up there.
And you'd be exhausted when you get back, but you don't have to stop if you don't want to.
Cool.
Yeah, I say the less time we spend here, the better.
Yeah, it gets sketch.
And you're starting to realize you've never actually been attacked here.
Huh.
No matter how
That's
far
because
you've traveled.
we reduced the amount of time that we spend in it.
No, but you've just spent a solid 16 hours traveling in the Shadowfell and didn't get attacked for some reason.
So,
It's true.
Was it the Lich?
Yeah, this is Colin theory, not Crassus theory. I wonder if, like, this highway we're traveling is, like, the Lich's highway, and that's why he's always there, just waiting for us. And he basically is highway patrol and make sure that no one does any sketchy shit.
No, I like to imagine he's the lord of this area, and he just, like...
The problem is
just
we've
waiting
covered
for
big
us the
swaths
whole
of...
time.
I mean, we just covered, like, half of the north to south length of all of Faerun. Like, it's pretty big territory.
Maybe he's like a Baron of the Raven Queen or some shit, and his sole job is
then I
to
would've
fuck
heard of
with
him.
travelers on the highway.
You have... Zid, you have no fucking clue who this thing is.
Yeah, I think in character, Sid Citrus can rule that out. This guy has nothing to do with her.
It's just a guy. But
She's also not fond of undead, generally.
you get to your destination and with difficulty manage to work the rowboat through and pop out about a mile from Candlekeep in the forest.
In the middle of the woods, a tiny divot, a pit, a boat just...
Like the ship breaching in Pirates of the Caribbean, except out of the ground. And then the ground is unbroken where it came through.
I was gonna say the Tibia Mariner
yeah.
from Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
There's just a graveyard keeper who's
We're not in a graveyard, we're in the middle of the woods.
I thought we have to pop out of a grave.
A grave, but not a graveyard.
Would have been funnier if we popped down in the middle of like a big cemetery and just
Yeah,
the
that.
caretaker was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, this is an unmarked grave in the woods. There's like a tree growing through where there was a body.
Oh,
Anyway, then we walk back to town.
it's like Totoro when they come through.
I'm curious to see what sort of shenanigans I get for
Assume we'll find out next
betting
time.
the
after
very
he thinks about
dangerous
it.
magic item.
I don't know. You're gonna get it in. You're gonna realize it's on your person as soon as you come through the hole. You, strapped to your back, have a staff.
What kind of staff?
Wood staff with gold filigree and ornamentation up it.
I would probably get it identified when we get back to town.
Sorella can just do that for you.
Identify.
It is a staff of healing.
Ah, cool.
Oh, that's a good
We
one.
can do the bunks.
It's cure wounds, lesser restoration, and mass cure wounds is what it can do.
You just let Gerard hang on to it so that he doesn't have to waste his spell slots on that in combat.
Good old bunks.
It does require attunement.
Say, Crassus, I see you have a healing staff on your back.
Yoink.
I don't know if Crassus would just give it up. You'd probably more likely sell it.
But we could use that. Look what just happened.
I'd say sell it to Clark, but he doesn't have any money anymore.
I'll give you 1 gold, because that's what I have left.
You didn't even keep 2
Look.
coins to rub together. We are going to wrap it up as you are discussing this staff in the woods.
Can we get to Candlekeep real quick?
Yes,
Or just
please.
walk in and,
Yes,
and
you
go
can.
to
You
bed?
can row your
Part with
boat
our
to
other
You can
characters so
row
they're
your
out of
boat
the
to
show.
Candlekeep.
Row,
Your
row,
boat
row
all
my
the
boat.
way to
Gently down the street.
Gently down the street.
I thought it was Brian's boat.
It is Brian's boat.
It's my boat.
50 feet of boat.
50 feet of boat.
Oh, level
You're
up.
all level 6,
That's-
and you're going to deal
what-
with the cost of your rescue next time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Merrily, 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 merrily. Look, it's Candlekeep.
Can that be the title of this episode? 50 feet of
50
boat.
feet.
Guys,
boat.
you have the George Washington boat now. It's just it's on the street.
Oh boy. Goodbye to all of our
All right,
former
well-
characters.
You guys know how YouTube works. Hit all those buttons down below the video, except for the one that's a thumbs down. Hit all the rest of those buttons.
3/4 of the buttons.
And then, say some words in that little box that lets you type. Nice words, ideally.
Or leave us some nice words on Apple Podcasts or not Spotify. We're not on Spotify.
Keep subscribing so we can get on the Spotify.
Yes.
Hey, and for the 6 of you that are on Google like me, thanks.
Okay, goodbye.